Hi, my name is Savannah Donahue, and today I will be talking about women's body hair. So, the issue many people practice ritualistic body hair removal. According to a study conducted by Tiedemann and Lewis, roughly 98% of women remove their leg hair, 96% of women remove their underarm hair, and 74.5% of women remove their pubic hair. This is also consistent throughout societies. A study done by Craig and Gray found that 26 societies mention pubic hair removal. The societies are very similar to Western society in the fact that they have gender differences and the motivations for hair removal. Some of the gender differences out of the 26 societies mentioned in Craig and Gray's study, 11 expected men to engage in pubic hair removal, and 22 expected women to take part in pubic hair removal. Some other gender differences include that women remove their pubic hair more frequently than men do. This indicates a difference in the standards, such as maybe women have to have shorter pubic hair than men. Women are also more likely to self-objectify than men. So my thesis is that society has deemed women's body hair as gross, affecting women's perceptions of themselves. Here are some motivations. First, there's cleanliness, attractiveness, societal expectations, social signaling, and sexual partners. In that study done by Craig and Gray, they mentioned social signaling. And an example of social signaling would be shown with the Shona Society. Women in this society remove their pubic hair to indicate that they are sexually active. Women with body hair. So there was a survey conducted by Terry and Braun that asked men and women how they felt about women's body hair. And they had about 4 answers. The first one is freedom of choice, which just means, yeah, they can do whatever they want to do with their hair. It doesn't bother me. Second one is culture influences the removal of body hair. These would be like women and men who say, yeah, we remove body hair and we do it because the culture told us to. Like, they can acknowledge the fact that culture has an influence on them. Another one is conforming to the misguided idea of what normal is causes resentment. These are people who do it and they resent that they engage in hair removal. And the last one is resistance, which is just they completely do not conform. In Fawz's study, women grew out their body hair for 10 weeks and faced many challenges. 1/3 of the participants faced heterosexism. Many of the women received comments regarding their femininity, and some women were asked if their partner approved. That's a big example of masculinity, especially with the heterosexism and comments regarding femininity. It's the idea that if a woman has body hair, they're automatically a man. It's very messed up. In Tiedemann and Lewis's study, men and women's levels of disgust associated with body hair were measured, and they were both extremely high. Women scored higher for core disgust than men, and men scored higher for animal reminder disgust than women. Women and core disgust. So core disgust is like maggots on a piece of meat. So when they think about women with body hair, they're like, yeah, maggots on a piece of meat. And when men think about women with body hair, they're like, ugh, I'm touching someone's ashes. It's pretty messed up. The media. So, media is a huge part of society. In Tiedemann and Hodgson's study, they found that those who removed pubic hair read more fashion magazines, watched more Sex and the City and Big Brother than those who did not. A study conducted by Schick and Rima analyzed photographs in Playboy magazine from 2007 to 2008. And they found that in 61.2% of the photos, pubic hair was not visible. The study also found that there were trends in the photographs, including invisible minoras, narrow hips, large bust, and low BMIs, which reflects that of a Barbie doll. Lastly, in Tiedemann and Lewis's study, they found that companies suggest that shaving and smooth skin makes women more attractive and feminine. Sadly, women have accepted this and internalized this message. This brings me to my last point. Perceptions of self. According to Smolak and Mernon, many women were motivated by normative reasons and sexiness to engage in hair removal. The women who were motivated by either of those two factors scored very high in self-surveillance and body shame, which both contribute to the self-objectification process, indicating that many women remove their body hair due to self-objectification. Women also who removed their pubic hair more than women who didn't were less self-conscious. This means that natural hair growth is not accepted in society as much as it has been in the past. In Foz's study that asked women to grow out their body hair, the participants became anxious about anticipated and direct homophobia and deviating from traditional experiences. In Tiedemann and Lewis's study, women suggested that other women removed their body hair because of society. When women were asked why they removed their body hair, they answered attractiveness. The participants were able to acknowledge that there are normative pressures, but they failed to acknowledge that their own behavior is affected by it. Tiedemann and Lewis wrote, attributing their own hair removal practice to femininity/attractiveness reasons is exactly the kind of rationale that serves to keep women insecure about their bodies. In conclusion, society has deemed women's body hair as gross, affecting women's perceptions of themselves. Women are told that they cannot have body hair. They are brainwashed to believe that it's disgusting. They believe that that's not the normal anymore. Thank you, and here are my works cited. Thank you.